What's up guys, Pidget here. Improve the damage and tonkiness, drop the elemental overload, transition to crit, and now the build is deals 2 times higher damage than before. Completed my Atlas, collected all the voice stones, and added the Mercenary for improve the build further. Vortex Projection Hierophant, surprisingly strong as a league starter, and I'm not done yet with the build. The next step is getting ready for Ubers. After I swap to crit, the damage is skyrocketed. Normal bosses just melts and you can face tank them a little. Because I'm still low on the investment side, I could not cap my suppression and the elemental ailments is still a problem. Later, all of this issue will getting fixed. We're still using Frostblink on Wintry Blast for clear, and since the crit swap, we can almost one-shot rares as well. As I mentioned, I added a Mercenary to the build and I'm using a Kineticist. She is a wand user. Her basic skills is Elemental Weakness, Flame Wall, a Greater Kinetic Blast of Casting, Frostblink, and Haste. So she will grant us haste on the maps, and also with Kinetic Blast of Clustering, she will apply curses on the target. And now what am I using here? So let's start with the wand. I purchased a Warlord base wand, and I suggesting to you get an Opal wand because that is deals cold damage. You will see in a second why I'm saying this. And then you just reforge Coster modifiers with your Fortification Station from Harvest, and then you doing this till you hit conductivity on hit. Your Merc will add conductivity on every single enemy, which is kinda good, and it's improving your damage by a lot on clearing and on single target fight as well. And now why I was saying you need cold damage on your wand, because we using the Gear Sight unique helmet. This helmet only works for the Merc because 40% chance to inflict Brighter. What is Brighter? Brighter means that ailment can increase the critical hit chance against the target. Mercenary will apply like 2 or 3% or sometimes even like 6% Brighter effect. That means our base critical chance goes up by significantly. So basically I would say we almost capped by mapping and also on bosses. I'm using here the Percol Toes. You know, this is the lucky damage amulet. You can see here the buff as well. And this is not that big enough for us that you would think. Or lightning damage ranges was already very close. This is like, I would say, like maybe like 10% more damage or something like that. You know, not a big deal, but a little bit extra. And also, you need to use one single Deodris Damning Ring. Why you asking? You sharing with your curse cap with the Mercenary. So, if Mercenary is applying a curse to the target, you could not apply a curse to the target because the curse limit is 1. With the Deodris Damning, your curse limit became 2. So, she can apply the conductivity and you can apply your own curse. And because she using, by the way, conductivity on hit wand, she will not use the elemental weakness, guys. I tested this one yesterday and she is not using this ability at all if she is already applying a curse. And I'm using Legacy of Fury boots to apply Scorch. Scorch is increasing the elemental damage the enemy take, so she will stand near the boss and we will deal increased damage against that boss or monsters, simple as that. And the other things we using here a rare gloves. Exposure applies minus lightning resistance and unnerve on hit. Unnerve on hit increasing the enemy is taking from the spell damage by 10%. She is inflicting conductivity, Brighter, and applying lightning exposure and unnerve for the target, and also giving us scorch effect and also giving us lucky damage. Very nice. And honestly guys, my Merc is not died yet. Once she is a beast, literally she just standing still in the middle of a tier 16 map, detonate the strong boxes and she not give a damn about it. And also I done a tier 17 map where she was literally not take one single point of damage and she was almost standing in everything, very healthy and tonky at the same time, and also helping us. Now can I say and justifiable to use her as a, you know, a help, because this is a very viable utility that she gives us, and also improving the overall loot that we dropping as well. Now let's talk about the items, because we changed a few items in the build since we last met. So let's start with the ones, because guys, I was saying we swapped to crit, and now you can see here I'm using here fracture spell critical chance and the other one as well. Let's break down what you care about this. So you care about spell critical hit chance, spell damage, cost speed, and mono. The way you making these ones, you getting with an increased spell critical chance fracture, the higher is the better, and just spamming cost speed essence on it till you hitting something like that. And if you have an open prefix, just cost spell damage. And always just check POB for the damage increase. And the other one is looks like this, guys. The same method, cost speed essence till I hitting mana, and I was able to craft on this one as well spell damage. And now the other big change, I found a ring like this. So this from a merc, guys. This is insane. This is gives us 40% cost speed, a bunch of life, maximum mana, and also all elemental resistance. And this is an amethyst based ring. I get a new body armor as you can see. This is a necrotic armor with fractured mana, and now I started getting suppression on it as well. So the way I made this one, literally just purchased the base with fractured mana. You can see here, this was like 20 chaos or something like that. It was surprisingly cheap. I'm not kidding, guys. Yesterday on stream I was crafting this one, and I purchased this, used dense fossil on it, and sixling it less than like 100 fusings. It was absolutely lucky, if you ask me. So this is one of my luckiest league start ever, officially. I'm using here as an implicit physical damage from hits taken as lightning damage. Any other mod is working. Just do not take the chaos mod if you don't have enough chaos resistance, because this will just increase your damage taken. One other thing, I'm using a diamond flask here because this is will give you like 20 or 30% critical chance increase, and also with the brittle effect combined with your merc, you will literally have almost 100% crit for this build, which is massive damage increase for us on this one. And now let's talk about the passive tree, guys, because the passive tree is also changed a little bit. So now we drop the elemental overload, as I mentioned earlier, and I started taking the crit wheel here, arcane potency, and here the annihilation. And also I took here the instability +1 power charge, because assassin mark, if you're hitting an assassin mark enemy, you will generate power charges. And also don't forget, you need to unspec from this one. The hits have 50% chance to treat enemy monster elemental resistance values as inverted, because our merc is lowering down the enemy resistance. So this is just literally make us deal less damage. So do not do that. And also, guys, I was lucky enough to get a healthy mind jewel. This is I corrupted myself this one. Literally I picking up every single jewel from the ground and corrupting all of them, because every gem is very valuable early on. And I hit this one. This is like, I don't know, like 100 chaos or even further. I don't know, honestly. I did not check since I got this one. So maybe you will getting a little bit more expensive or cheaper. You never know. The more mana on this one, the better. And I got a cluster jewel here. You can see here we using here the skin tinting idea and vice speed refraction and Stormdrinker. Stormdrinker will gives you lightning damage leashed as energy shield, which is massive, guys, for this build. We have recovery solved, so we don't need to travel here, because you know they nerfed the instant leech mastery here. And I added to the build 2 jewel, so both has 10% fractured mana, and I have global critical multi on this one and cost speed with cold skills, and same on this one. I made this one the way, just literally purchase the base, use the fortification station, and reforge crit. Literally, I was reforging crit till I hit this, and this is how I got these 2 jewel, and this is increasing my damage by significantly. Because the tree changed, we need to change our links a little bit up. So we're using Vortex of Projection, and I'm using Spell Echo, Steel Archmage, Steel Lightning Pen, and increase critical damage. Now this is our new link here with inspiration. This is just pure damage increase, because we reaching almost 100% critical hit chance with our merc. And so the other stuff, guys, faster casting, Archmage, Frostbring of Windburst, and Ice Bite. And guys, so I solved the signal target issue. So you're using Frostbolt with greater volley, unleash, and slower projectile. With this, you can almost blow up all of the projectiles on the enemy. literally. So technically you just keeping this distance, and almost all of the projectiles that you shooting out will hit the enemy. And yeah, I knew this is the key for it, because I knew this will be the key, because when I was having a wand with projectile speed, it was felt very bad, honestly, you know, because all of my projectiles was throwing way faster, so I could not blow up on the target all of the frostbolts. So this is the key, and you was seeing in the clips it was melting almost everything. On a tier 60 map, I literally just doing this one time. On tier 60 maps, I'm just doing this one time, and the boss is just dead on sight. Guys, that was my normal endgame update, Archmage Hierophant Vortex of Projection build update. This is like day 3, day 4 gear, and what can I say about this build? Very satisfying to play. And since I get my crit, I get my mercenary, my damage is skyrocketed, and it feels so good to play, especially when you just literally clearing with your frostblink, right, like this. And this is my gameplay, and sometimes just you stopping there for a rare and blowing up them, and just that's it. And very satisfying build to play, and also tanky as well. Honestly, only I afraid right now from the mercenaries, as always, because they not got nerfed yet, but the nerf is on the way. So hopefully they will acknowledge all of the problematic mercenaries that one-shotting you. Till then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any question, please leave a comment below, or you can find me on twitch.tv/Pidget2. Thanks for watching. I was Pidget. See you next time.